Hello dear students, welcome again to a new video. Today we are going to talk about Unit 1 for Scientific Stream and Unit 2 for Literature and Philosophy and Foreign Languages. Today's unit is about ethics in business, or ill-gotten gains never prosper. So in this unit, or in this video, I'll be talking about this unit, ethics in business. I'll be discussing with you the meaning of the title and the theme of the unit, in addition to the main ideas of the unit. Stay tuned. This unit, or the title of this unit, is Ill-Gotten Gains Never Prosper. So ill-gotten gains never prosper is actually a saying or a proverb. So I'm going to explain to you the meaning of this proverb. So ill-gotten gains never prosper. So ill-gotten, it means illegal. So when you say ill-gotten, it means illegal. So ill-gotten gains, it means illegal gains. What do we mean by gains? Gains actually refer to money or profits or benefits. So when you say ill-gotten gains, it means illegal profit or illegal money. So illegal money will never prosper. So what does it mean prosper? Meaning to develop or to succeed or to thrive, you see? So when we say ill-gotten gains never prosper, it means illegal money or illegal money which is obtained from illegal sources or illegal profit will never succeed, will never thrive, will never flourish. So in addition to the title, we are going to see the theme. So the theme of this unit is actually divided into two parts. Number one, ethics in business, and number two, corruption or how to fight corruption. We start with number one, which is ethics in business. So what do we mean by ethics in business? Ethics is defined as a set of moral values that control or influence people's behavior, particularly businessmen, officials, etc. So ethics in business is a set of moral values that control people's behavior at the workplace, that is to say, at work. Some examples of these ethics or these moral values are: we have responsibility, we have respect, we have probity, we have honesty, we have trust, etc. All these, we call it moral values or ethics. So each responsible or each official, each businessman, each employee or employer should have a set of moral values or should have a set of ethics. What are these ethics? We have respect, or employees should be respectful, should be responsible, should be trustworthy, etc. So all these ethics or all these moral values should be in each and every employer and each and every officials or businessman. So this is what we mean ethics in business. In addition to ethics in business, we have another theme or another topic, which is corruption. So what is corruption? Corruption is defined as an unethical and illegal behavior or practice that we find in business, in particular or particularly in business. In other words, corruption is the absence of moral values or is the absence of ethics at the workplace. When you find an employer or an employee or an official or a businessman who doesn't have moral values or he doesn't adhere or respect moral values, we can call him or her a corrupt man, a corrupt businessman, or a corrupt official. So corruption is illegal and unethical behavior or practice. Remember, it's illegal and unethical behavior. Now, corruption can take different forms. Corruption can take different shapes and different examples. We are going to see some examples or some forms of corruption. One of the most famous forms of corruption is bribery. So bribery. What is bribery? Bribery is accepting or giving money or bribe to someone so that this person or this someone gives you a favor. So bribery is the act or is the crime of accepting or giving bribes in the form of money or gift, etc., to someone or an official to give you a favor. So this is bribery. We can call it bribery or we can call it undertable payment. In addition to bribery, we have so many forms of corruption. We have as well embezzlement. So, what is embezzlement? Embezzlement is the crime or it's the illegal and unethical behavior of stealing money from banks or from post office, etc. It's stealing money which is in your responsibility. So this is embezzlement. What is embezzlement? Is another form of corruption. It's illegal and unethical behavior. In addition to bribery and embezzlement, we have also counterfeiting. Counterfeiting is the imitation of products or making copies or illegally making copies of original products and sell them. So counterfeiting is something illegal and is something unethical and it is a form of corruption. In addition to bribery, embezzlement, and counterfeiting, we have also fraud, piracy, cyber crimes, child labor. All these are forms of corruption. For example, child labor is the employment or is employing children below the legal age of employment. This is something illegal, this is something inhuman and unethical, and it is a form of corruption. Moreover, we have also smuggling. Smuggling is, taking drugs or money from one place to another, generally from a country to another, and this act of taking is actually illegal. So is to take something illegal from one place to another or from a country to another illegally. This is smuggling. Generally, people smuggle drugs or they smuggle currency, etc. We have money laundering, which is another form of corruption. So what is money laundering? Money laundering is hiding the origin of money, is hiding the origin or hiding the source, the original source of money. A lot of criminal organizations, I say, they try to hide the origin of their money because it is obtained from illegal sources. It is ill-gotten gains or it is ill-gotten money. So try to hide it by, for example, building a hospital by money obtained from illegal sources, so that they make the money looks as if it were legal, but in fact it is not legal. So this is pretty much all of it. Corruption is illegal and unethical behavior or practice. Corruption can take different forms such as bribery, embezzlement, child labor, counterfeiting, smuggling, money laundering, etc. After talking about what is ethics in business and what is corruption and what are the different forms of corruption, now we are going to talk about the third idea in this video, which is how to fight corruption, fraud, and counterfeiting. You know that corruption is something illegal and unethical, or it is illegal and unethical behavior or practice, therefore it should be fought. Now we are going to talk about some ways, some methods that we can apply to fight or eradicate or eliminate corruption. So number one, if we were to fight or eradicate or eliminate corruption, we need to apply a set of procedures or a set of ways or methods. Number one, we can appoint honest civil servants or appoint honest and trustworthy and respectful and responsible employees and employers. This is the first one that we need to do to fight corruption. In addition to this, we can also secure or try to implement a secure whistleblowing system. So what is whistleblowing system? A whistleblowing system is a system of reporting corruption. So whistleblowing is reporting corruption. So when someone sees corruption, or he tries to report corruption to the authorities or to the police. So this system of whistleblowing or this system of reporting corruption must be secured. I mean, we need to support or to encourage or to motivate people to report corruption when they see it. Okay? Otherwise, people will not report corruption. So, or people will not report corruption unless they feel secure, they feel safe, they feel that they are protected by the police and by the government. So, number two, we need to implement a secure whistleblowing system to support people to report corruption when they see it. Another way of fighting corruption, we can fight corruption by teaching moral values, by teaching ethics to young people at primary school, at middle schools, to install in their mind, to install in their character the importance of ethics, the importance of moral values at the workplace. We need to teach them that you cannot build a corruption-free society unless you are respectful, unless you are responsible, unless you are behaving ethically. Another way of fighting corruption, we can fight corruption or we can eradicate corruption or we can eliminate corruption if we rehabilitate the value of work. We need to rehabilitate the value of work by teaching people that work is not only for gaining money. Work is something important for the society. Any society to thrive or to develop, they must give a value to work. They need to work from the bottom of their hearts, not to work for the money, not to work for the salary. They need to work for their society. To fight corruption, we can fight corruption by implementing what we call social auditing or ethical auditing. So, what is ethical auditing? Ethical auditing is when companies or when the government sends social auditors or social inspectors to inspect or evaluate or assess or check whether a company is respecting ethics, whether a particular company or a given company is dealing with bribery, whether the working conditions are fair, whether this company is employing children, that is child labor or not. So, when we use social auditing or ethical auditing, we can detect that companies, or we can detect companies which are not respecting law, or companies which are unethical. When we detect unethical companies, we can fight it and we can close or we can stop the job or the work of this company. Now, social auditing or ethical auditing, or we call it ethical inspection, is also of a paramount importance to eliminate and fight corruption. Now, this is just a short summary of some ways on how to fight corruption. So, if you have another way, any creative way to fight corruption, make sure to write it down in the comment section. I will be really appreciated. Thank you very much indeed, guys. This is all for today. See you next time, inshallah. Bye.